What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ghost. All right, man. You already know what time it is. Final Fantasy 17. Oh, wow. We're in the future again. Final Fantasy 16. This is the 27th hour. That's what I meant to say. Um, yeah, man. It's been great. Game's been great. Right now, this is a continuation. Of those of you who've been following along, there's 26 videos prior to this. Each one an hour into the game. No, there's been no filler in between. That's been off camera. Everything that you guys seen and everything you guys have seen, from the combat to the upgrades to everything, um it's literally been whatever's been on camera, man. When I'm not recording, I'm not playing. This is kind of how I wanted to make this playthrough. I've always wanted to do something like this with the hour by hour concept. The PlayStation makes it easier simply because ironically it has the hour cap with the videos, but you know, we'll be utilizing our computer for some of the other, when using some of the software for the other um, recordings. But for this one, I wanted to kind of show it hour by hour because it's just a good increment. You know what I mean? Kind of see where you're at, see how we move around, things like that. It's been pretty dope. Okay, so now right now we're gonna the Riddle of the Sands. We're gonna make for the Bordello, and let's see what's going on here. We're with Unc, if you guys remember.
You're the ones who've been sniffing around.
I beg your pardon.
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
Alright. Well, we didn't mean to do all of that, but we're gonna try to see what's going on with it. We just got Titan's powers. And we got some newer enemies here. We should be able to melt them all right now with this. So they're so close to me. And one of that. Kind of send that out. Punish him. Stop it. Let's cut it out. Cut it out. Alright. I had actually turned the game off and so forth. And when I came back on, we had this little part. So I guess we're just going to redo this little part that you guys just saw. I'm not even sure if the ending of this part's in the last video. But in case it is, now you guys understand why. And I think I made the same mistake with using the Judgment Bolt. Thinking it was the area of effect.
Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Further?
Look what the cat dragged in. Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord.
Well, thank you,
A
sir.
fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am.
Kind of like that title.
So what now? Call in the men of the rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
Guys, we actually do have a whole theater set up just for
Lock of
streaming.
Leisure.
So if you hear a little bit of feedback and so forth, apologize. Those of us belong here. After a while, we're in a set of headphones. Lord knows we have every single one you can think of. After a while, it gets a little annoying. So, we're using a HyperX mic. The one with all the colors and shit on it. Which was sent to us to use and test out and so forth. You like it? Yeah, once you go flat, baby, you never go back. Who needs a dunk? Alright. Let's talk to this man's.
Is this the place?
Look at the weapons.
Who was Forge? The Bride's Kiss.
This is it.
So it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect.
Yeah, we want him to
See that
join
he
the
gets
team.
it.
Needs to make some of those nice wares for us. We did just upgrade our blade though. I think there he is right there.
Lord Furder told me to bring them to you.
Yeah, he's a young dude for real.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second. I won't waste your time.
Sid the Second.
Passage
I
through
like
the
that.
south gate.
Maybe that's what I'll put in the videos going forward for these this era of the Clive. Of the Clive. Sid the Second. I like it.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone
I was gonna say reputation, but it's the same thing.
Nothing.
You gotta have faith and trust in
Nothing
it.
is exactly what you have. And so for you, I too have nothing.
Wow.
I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mama to his farce.
By all means, find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we? Why, you... So, what do we need to do to earn your trust? I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always. Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're gonna listen to this swaggering scruff.
We might as well
Swaggering
hear him out.
scruff.
It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy. And yet even then I had more good sense than a man. Oh, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasant.
He likes to talk shit, huh?
Speaking of what I want, I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you!
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need to.
All right. Good luck, Uncle. I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil.
Yeah, guys. All right. There's always somebody else. So let's take a look at the map real quick. See if there's anything else. There's a lot of shit here, so we're gonna try to knock them all out. I don't know if you guys are also Honkai Star Rail fans. Laucha just came out into that. We are actually gonna be pulling for him. We're actually 40 in. So you guys can check on the channel for that. I have a lot of integration and stuff like that coming. You know, by all means. If you guys haven't liked and subscribed, feel free to do so.
Master
You know,
has high expectations of you.
definitely supports the cause. Appreciate all that. So we gotta speak to some people. We're gonna look around, of course, all this stuff. You know, we're not gonna get off topic right now. You know, this is all about Final Fantasy 7. Wow, what is up with me in 17? Huh? Just because it's the 27th video doesn't mean everything has to end with a 7. Huh? But Final Fantasy 16, man, and let's talk to these merchants.
Excuse me. Is it true there's been trouble with crystals of late?
You've heard then?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thieves. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stoves. Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these last few moons. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either. Whoever's taking them, they aren't sharing.
Alright, we'll talk back to him one last time.
Loads of crystal coming out of Drake's Fang every day.
Alright, that's one. So we're here. It seems like, I don't mean to bring it up again, but it seems like in every game we're playing right now, you know, we're doing some detective work in some way, shape, or form.
Fresh from the grill. Get it while it's hot. You wouldn't
Sounds
believe
good.
how much he gave me.
Let's talk to the courtesan.
What can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword polishing?
I'm not a soldier.
Ugh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the rock and the men of the rock only.
You have an agreement with them?
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. With pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. No, just leave, will you? Before you scare them off.
That's pretty rude, honestly.
Do you think that would vex you? I need a new dress.
She basically says that they'll think lesser of her if when they pull up, she's with us. If she only knew, huh? It's a newborn king, son. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk to the stable hand.
Do you have a moment?
That was really rude.
Depends what for. Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way. Is there a reason for that?
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang for one. The soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned gil. The men on the rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow.
Is that so? Well, thank you. Don't let me keep you from your work any longer.
Alright, so that should be...
I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on.
Okay,
I wonder
so
if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use.
Uncle Byron,
I'll probably be back at the inn by now.
he's a good dude. I like him. I like Unc. Unc is about it. Unc is about it. Okay,
The
so
men of the rock are Lord Cook's private guard. He must be a generous man. How they spend it.
yeah, I mean he takes care of his people, obviously. Alright, so I don't think there's anything else on here that we need to do. We checked out the merchant already. The servant girl.
It's you, the one who broke all our furniture. What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
I'm looking for my pal. Have you seen him?
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but
Thank you. I'll go and fetch him.
the inn's a mess of blood-soaked splinters thanks to you. The least you can do is let us clean up in peace.
Well, she said he was upstairs, no? Not bad. I had to sneeze. I didn't want to sneeze into the mic. Pop somebody's
Will
ears.
this suffice as a deposit?
I was up there at the beginning when I first came.
That's a black pearl. One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle?
He's trying to get information, man. He's rich. Alright, so let's go speak with Unc. take a quick peek over here if there's anything. Oh, look at that. I swear I was up here before. I'm guessing I missed it. I don't know. I'll have to look back at the video and see if I actually came all the way around. Maybe we couldn't come this far. I don't know. First, you know, we gotta pet our Frostwolf. Those of you that have been, you know, in the last video, we actually found out that he was he's a Frostwolf. That's why he can use iconic powers. It's pretty dope. He's actually one of
Care to
Shiva's
explain why you're giving gifts to Cooper's
dominant
men?
Shiva's servant.
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd ask for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so. A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. That's enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover?
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere, and pocketing the profits.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be difficult. It just goes to show, one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face. I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect.
Alright, so it's looking like we're gonna have to come down this way.
Place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support if things turn sour.
Of course, Uncle.
Of course.
Oh, you see?
Treat you. I need to drink.
Those are those little dudes that run around Cactus Man. I wonder if we're gonna see one. Every Final Fantasy game has them too, man. At least from what I can recall. We're just gonna take a quick peek around in case we did, we missed anything. But yeah, we've been here already. So we're gonna go through this little opening here. I believe there's an opening here. Am I tripping? Okay, yeah, I'm definitely tripping. So we gotta go up. We'll go up this way, cut around the back.
It's all the fault of this blasted.
It's all good. Get a chance to talk to a couple more people. Alright, so we're actually gonna have to... I was gonna take this route across, right, to the desert. But maybe I go... Yeah, I don't think I need to... Yeah, I have to go up. So, we'll follow this out.
Do you think they'll be back soon? I need a new dress.
Because I'm pretty sure we'll have to go down that other area afterwards anyway. Yeah, we just head out straight through here. We should be able to call Ambrosia, right? So now we have her. Yeah, we're just gonna head straight there, man. If we see anything glowing, we'll pick it up. No unnecessary fights. I kind of want to see... I've been here before, but there was nothing in there before. Like I said, guys, if I missed anything, you know. Everything's gonna chase us regardless. No, we don't really care. Shouldn't care about that. I wonder if we can stay on top of the rocks. Okay, yeah, we can actually cut through. Okay. Wanted to make sure. It reminded me of that other place we was at. It's a dead end.
I'll take it from here.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice.
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem.
My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them. Kill them both!
Yeah, you could try. You get right up into the middle. Hit him with the Phoenix.
It's not over yet, Uncle.
Where is it?
I'm just getting warmed up!
That was dumb. Don't do that. I don't know why I used it on him, but poor guy. Private guard, we are fucking them up. Cut that out. Chocobos and shit? That's not nice. That's the first time I've used a charge attack all the way. The cooldowns on his swings aren't that bad. When they get into the mix, use that. It's pretty good. Our blade looks like it's so brittle. I mean, obviously it's mad strong, but it looks so brittle.
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly, buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the Royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is.
Check out the crystals there.
Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon. It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive. I suppose it could have been worse. Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the South Gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow me
I
to
wonder if
cover
we'd get
your
another
losses. You still have the purse. I
and the
gave to
seal.
the soldiers, I trust. I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Greybeard. Here, wear this.
Yeah, we do get a seal. The desert rose. See?
Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubo.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
I like their code. That's so ill. That's so ill. It was ill the first time I seen it.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive. So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold.
Alright.
Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
Quest complete. Alright. So we got some progression going on here. Let's talk to him a little bit.
What is it now? You and I? What? Alas. Still?
Okay, it's nice. So it's for his master.
Ours is a blessed corner of the Velcroy. At least they did. So, how very fitting
course. There's simply no other way.
Alright, so a little bit of backstory about him.
Best of luck.
Let's take a look at the map real quick. Alright, so we do have a side quest right here in front of us.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
Where's the other ones? Up top?
The men of the rock were carting off our crystals.
It's right here. Like, man, I know I see it right there.
Perhaps Forge Master Luber's having fun at my expense.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Neither would I.
Oh, wait. Are you Clive?
Sorry, my mind was elsewhere. I'm Sava, Master Luber's least accomplished apprentice. Soon to be former apprentice if I don't pass this test. Maybe I'm just not the resourceful type. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them, and here I am, unable to make a decent bit of kitchenware. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies the spirit of Dalamil. Whatever that's supposed to mean. I don't suppose you have any idea what he's on about, do you?
I'm afraid not.
Never mind. Thought I'd ask. It was that or pack my bags.
I could give you a hand if you like. I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been, and that Lubor needs all the capable hands he can find.
I'd be a fool to refuse.
So, where do we start?
Good question. If I'm honest, I've never made any kind of knife before. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind. The spirit of Dalamil. Nothing is ever simple with that man.
The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solving Lubor's puzzle. We need information. The more the better.
You're right. There's no point fumbling in the dark, I suppose. Now, who to speak to first? There's plenty of folk in Dalamil who use knives for a living. There's the butcher, of course, and any number of cooks. They're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools of their trade. Alright.
When he said the butcher, I thought about Diablo 4.
Let's get
The
to it,
butcher
shall we?
from fresh
I'll
meat.
talk to every cook I can find. You speak to the butcher, and anyone else you can think of.
All right. Good luck.
Yeah,
Let's hope that someone says something useful.
talk to some people inside, so that's not too much of running around. It's good. Let's go pick up the other side quest too. Unless, of course, you know, the targets are
Lubor to
within
take a
range.
simple test and turn it into a riddle. I better get to it.
The finest fabrics!
Welcome, sir. What can I do you for?
A question, if you don't mind. I need to know what makes a good carving knife.
You a blacksmith or something?
Something, I suppose.
Fair enough. Knives, is it? First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat, no problem, but sinew dulls cheap steel in no time. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block, and I'm a happy woman.
So a knife that stays sharp. Makes sense.
Put a knife with an edge like Odin's razor in my hand, and I'll make short work of anyone.
My type of girl.
Lights and butts!
The baths are, closed for scrubbing. Please bear with us a little longer.
All those years of toil, every coin I've ever earned is tied up in this place.
You all right?
No, he's not.
The baths are closed. Leave me be. On second thought, perhaps you are just what I need. Might your services be for hire?
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business, the baths. The water's turned scalding hot and all the crystals in Dalamil wouldn't be enough to cool it. I've no doubt that my woes stem from the water's source. But I can't go and investigate for fear of my customers thinking I've abandoned the place. I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you. Go to Dusnoff Terraces. Tell me what you find there.
All right.
Okay.
I'll go and take a look.
Wonderful. It's not far. Leave the market by the south gate. The smell of sulfur will guide you the rest of the way. These baths are all that keep me from an ignoble end in a debtor's prison. My livelihood, my very life, is at stake.
So maybe we have a couple more missions, obviously, than we thought we did. But, you know, that's good for us. I mean, the more missions we do, the more renown we get. We'll increase it. We're still using the Berserker ring, and that's a renown thing. You know, you won't get that unless you're doing, besides doing the main missions, you have to do your side missions. We normally do that anyway. So it's not like it's taking us out of our element.
I've never known anything like this to happen. Please.
So there's still some more stuff out here. Right? 145 yards where we want to go for that. And we have to investigate. Let's go talk to this last person here. And we have to find out what's going on with the
Lubor was true to his word.
You know what? That's why it's so hot. Those things up there. No? Yeah, so we'll take it out there, go out there, kill it. That's what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and talk to these people.
What is it? I'm in no mood for chatter.
Sorry. Do you mind if I ask your trade?
Hunter, why?
I have a question. Can you tell me what makes a good carving knife? I assume you use one out in the field.
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Don't be dealing with a brittle blade, not while I'm on the hunt. If your knife snaps every time you use it, you'll be spending coin as fast as you make it. Times are hard enough as it is.
Thank you. I won't keep you any longer.
Business, eh? Man after my own heart.
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge.
Okay.
Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
So we have.
Don't you see I'm busy?
We have that mission, and we have this bad boy. I think what we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna actually head out there real quick. I think we're going. No, we're not. It's crazy. You know what? We're gonna take this path down here. We're gonna go straight through.
We should get going soon.
So we're gonna go kill these fire things.
Ah, I'm not too late.
What is it, Lubor?
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Kupka.
Just as I thought. Then allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royalists. Tolmeki and Walut are allies, and as you've seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. A man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines, where the guard is lightest. I've lost one Cid already. If I lose another, people will start to think me careless.
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
Well, so long as you have a plan.
Alright. So we're not
Drake's
gonna...
Fang should be just beyond these springs.
We're not going that far. We're
Shall
just gonna
we
go kill
press
these
on?
things. We gotta make sure we can actually get across. We have to actually go all the way around. Yeah. Well, we're not gonna go that far.
Come on, girl, the gate's open now, we can press on. Don't tell me you put down roots.
There you go. She's like, I'm right here. So we're gonna press forward. talk to people? While, I guess we can't talk
Straight
to them
home
while
now.
they're on Chocobo.
I do. Trader, are you? Seeking your fortune down in the gold.
I guess, alright, so let's go do this little mission real quick, then we'll go back to town, finish up those two. As always, we take the wrong turn. Just in case we run into anybody, we won't, for the first time, use Ambrosia to move around.
Something awful's taken up residence in the springs.
Yeah. I figured. I seen them. The little hot fuckers. I see them. This chest, it's almost like... I can kind of tell where they're at to an extent. Don't get me wrong. You know, I moved pretty fast through certain areas and stuff, so, I mean, we're all human, man. You're gonna miss some. I'm just not one to use guides and stuff like that. I don't know. I think it kind of takes away from it. I mean, after you've gotten the most out of your story.
That explains the heat.
Oh yeah, it does. I'm gonna try to get up in between. Now, let's see what we can do. I like the punch a little bit. We're not using Garuda anymore.
Out of the frying pan.
Oh shit. I was wondering what that was. I was like, that looks like a... That's a good stuff going on. I was like, it looks like a blue flame. It's been straight out of Digimon. Kind of hope they're going to get a little closer to me. I should take care of that. And we have Ankh with us too, which makes it pretty. It's lit. Oh no, can you pop them up? Yeah, you can. You can actually drop them to the ground.
All yours, Torgal.
Let's see if we can have him. He's like stuck on the ridge. Alright, we're good. That was relatively easy. We'll pick up this glowing shit that we see over there. And then we'll keep it moving. We're up to 13 something. I forgot how much we needed. I think we needed like 15. Let's take a look real quick and see. Because we wanted to get at least the secondary abilities or the ultimate abilities per se of each. So we need 1895 for Earth and Fury. We'll probably keep, like I said, the punch is good. Because you can charge it up, it does a lot of damage. I kind of like that for like boss fights. But Upheaval looks pretty decent because of it being able to hit enemies. A lot of times when I'm focusing on one target, you allow them to kind of crowd around you, and then you can unleash one of these, and you're gonna do radial damage to everything around you. You know what I mean?
Down a bit. Let's hope it's enough to keep the baths from boiling.
Yeah. So we got that taken care of. I think. Can we call her? Yeah, we should be able to. I was trying to see if there's any kind of
Faster.
chests and so forth. Like this one right here, that I'm looking right at.
Thanks, Gal.
But I see there might be something up there. I don't know. Let's see. Let's just go take a look real quick. That seems to be going towards where the story is, and I think we're not going to be taking this route when we're coming back. And you guys can see. See, we'll probably take this straight down, and we're not going to be coming back up this area. We didn't check this hut right here. You know, and I seem to forget that I can jump. And we did check that hut, by the way, when we came by. All right, so we're good to go there. Let's travel back to the obelisk and complete these two side missions, and then keep it moving. So by the time we get back to the hideaway, we should have some pretty good renown bonuses. I think we need like 395 or something like that, or 350. One of those two. It's some shit like that. Either way, we're heading in the right direction, so we want to maintain that. Like I said, it's a chill playthrough. You get a lot done. You get to enjoy the game.
Grow more bearable by the moment. It won't be long now before we are back to business as usual.
I'm glad to hear it.
Now, tell me this. What did you find at the terraces? What threatened to make me a pauper?
Not what I expected, that's for certain.
You tell a fine story. That's not to say I don't believe you, though. Creatures made of flame, eh? That's something new to worry about. But I burdened you with my worries enough already. Here, a small something by way of thanks. Right. It's high time I got back to work. With a little luck, the day might yet be salvaged.
All right. We got the level up too. All right, that's good. I mean, can't complain with that. We almost broke 90 with the stat pretty soon. 307. All right, keep it moving. And we have something else for ignition, which we still haven't tried. And there goes the Scarletite. So now we can make the other thing that we actually got. What was it? Like it was the
It's just as well I
remember it was a sash, or I think we have. It's either the I think it's the wristlets, guys, right? If I recall correctly. We'll look back on the videos. I think it's the wristlets, so that should be a pretty big increase for us. We were wondering when we were gonna get that. Let's finish up this side mission.
So, how'd it go? You learn anything useful, or should I be looking for a new trade?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp. But I don't see how that relates to the spirit of Dalamil.
I didn't have much luck either. All the cook said was that he needs his knives to be light. Too heavy and they do his shoulder in.
So we're no better off than when we started. Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his Dalamil remark. But that can't be right. I've bandied enough words with the man to know that he chooses them carefully. No. We must be missing something. Something right in front of our noses, most likely.
No doubt you're right, but I have to make a start soon. I can't put off making this knife forever.
Agreed. Lubor wouldn't like that much.
Right. I've been trained to work iron. The cheap stuff, mind. But it's hardy enough if you don't hammer it too thin, and it sharpens up nicely with a bit of effort. Trouble is, it's either durable or it's light, meaning someone is going to be disappointed. Forge Master Lubor, probably.
Is there no one else you can turn to? Someone who knows their metals, perhaps?
The other apprentices know better than to help me with my test. But maybe there is someone I could turn to. A merchant, a favorite of Forge Master Lubor's, who sells metals to tradesmen passing through the Valcroy. I bet she'd know a thing or two.
See? I thought he was gonna send us for like another part of the mission. We probably just got the quest complete. Yep, we have to finish the second part of it. See? Okay, so that's this way. Shit, we could just, yeah, I guess we're closer here. Yeah, you know what? We'll just head straight out. We'll go straight and get that, right? And then once we're done with that, we'll come back down and head that way. I don't think we have anything in aspects of like hunt targets or anything like that. I mean, we could have checked. We could have just fast traveled. No, if we fast travel back, and we make the Drake Slayers the wristlets or whatever the hell they're called. We got these people here. I remember us traveling through this area already. It's this little middle area that we went through before. I remember when we came through it. So let's dismount, talk to him, and we'll travel back to the obelisk and then make it happen.
Any luck? Or will you be needing help with your bags?
Well, I asked her, but
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lubor, there are options. They're just not that viable. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, never needing so much as a lick of the whetstone. Adamantite ore is unique to ash, so it doesn't come cheap.
And it's beyond my skill to handle.
Unique to ash. Are there any materials unique to Dalamil? Something which could be mixed with iron to refine it. Make it lighter.
What are you getting at?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron. Then that's what he'll expect you to use. But he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife. Perhaps his Dalamil remark wasn't a riddle, but a hint.
If it's cheap metal you're using, then there's always limestone, I suppose. Folk first settled Dalamil to get at her mineral deposits. And, if you know the trick, it can be melted down in the furnace to drive out impurities from low-quality iron.
Bloody hell!
Bloody hell.
I don't suppose you know the trick, do you?
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been around enough blacksmiths to know how it works.
Okay.
Looks like I've got some learning to do.
Yes, you do,
Clive,
Sal.
I hate to ask after all that you've done for me.
Limestone? Fine. I can hardly abandon you now. Besides, I want to know if this is the answer to Lubor's little riddle.
I can't thank you enough, Clive. You'll have no trouble finding limestone over in the terraces. The place is bloody made of it.
Then I suppose I'll meet you back at the forge.
This is definitely one of your longer side quests, which is cool. I was kind of wondering when they were gonna kind of get like this. I don't think we have to go too far. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, it's back over here again. Jesus. And then we gotta come back. All right, let's travel to the obelisk and travel back down. It's making us move around a little bit, but hey, listen, it is what it is. I'm still pretty excited that you know what we could do, guys, because we're traveling, right? We may as well just do it, because we can go to the highway whenever we need to. We're gonna travel there real quick, and we're gonna make this this wristlet, because I wouldn't typically break, you know, the code of how like the story's going. Alright, so these are basically, we do have something on the hunt board, so we can go check the hunt board real quick and see what's there. I guess for the new area, you know, we'll keep a note of where it's at, and we'll try to see if we can find it while we're out there. Alright, we do have a new target. It's a bee. It's in the desert. Okay. And it's a hill to die on. So alright. We'll alright, it doesn't really say exactly where. Alright, cool, that's fine. So now what we'll do is we'll go to the we'll go to a what's his name? Blackhorn? Some shit like that. Our handy dandy blacksmith. Blackthorn, right? I think it's Blackthorn. Yeah, it is Blackthorn.
What you need?
Alright. So now
What you want?
we made the belt already. This is what we wanted to make. So as you can see in comparison, it's not the craziest of upgrades, but you know, it's specifically for those things. So I think
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
so now we have a little bit more defense. I like that. Alright.
And
So we have the grindstone as our sword. Now we'll go back. Well, real quick. Let's see. Is there anything in the patron's mark? I said that completely off. The patron's whisper. There's nothing there. So we hadn't. Our renown isn't there yet. And we'll do a quick check, real quick, on our abilities. See how many points we have. We're at 16. So we're getting close to our 18 guys to use Earth and Fury, right? So what we'll do now is, now that we've done that, let's head back to, we'll look at the local map. So we'll head back here. We'll try to wrap up this side quest right here. And then we'll probably wrap up this 27th hour, guys. And we'll move into hour 28.
This is no good.
Is it true?
Let's see what we can do real quick.
Take a sniff, good sir. Needed to a silken soft.
And then we're also gonna look for that hunt target in the next video. He's a bee, so shouldn't be anything crazy. But you know, the first thing to ever kill us in the game was a sea target. It was the first time we ever died. Still to now, you know, so you gotta respect it, man. All right, so this is where he wanted us to go. I guess it was just mostly to just, I don't know if a fight is gonna happen after I pick up all three, but this is a quick one, and then we will head to him real quick. It shouldn't take too long.
One rock looks a lot like another.
And we'll finish that up. So we'll fast travel back to the obelisk because it's right across from us, and this should wrap up this this side quest. And that's a good way to go out on this video right here.
Well, this is no good.
I'll probably be switching over to doing some Twitch stuff itself. We'll do our live streams, but we'll probably start off itself with it being pre-recorded in the meantime, just in case certain things come up, and you know, try to be spontaneous with a couple things.
Wasn't sure how much you need, but I hope this is enough.
Alright, so let's give him the spring lime.
You are one of the good ones, you know that? You and that merchant boat, she's got quite a gift for teaching that one. Now, time to see if limestone is the secret weapon we were hoping for.
Maybe we get something out of it with all the work we did. You never know. I mean, we didn't do it for that, but maybe we do.
That'll do, I reckon. A knife forged from the very rocks of Dalamil. A spirit, if you will.
It's a fine-looking blade.
I only hope Master Lubor agrees.
That sounds like my cue. And just as well. I was getting tired of waiting.
I'm sorry, Forge Master Lubor.
Let's take a look then, shall we? First things first, Sava, do you think this is a carving knife worthy of the fine people of Dalamil?
I'd like to think so. But what do you think?
What do I think indeed? It's sharp-ish, but it won't last long with hard use. And it's heavy, heavier than it should be. You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but sell that to a cook and you'll never hear the end of it. It looks like someone paid a visit to the terraces. The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted, but one that still leaves you short of the mark.
And I was so certain I had it all worked out.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick, but it certainly shows initiative. Next question. How much do you think I would charge if I'd made this?
Well, if it took you even a fraction of the time it took me, I would say you could demand a heavy purse.
And who would be able to pay that? The butcher? The hunter? The cooks over at Dalamil is home to humble traders, not wealth. Rule number one in any...
Yes, Forge Master.
This is... I'd say you're worth keeping around. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an anvil.
Nice.
What would... I'd do what I... If it was for the butcher. For the hunter, I'd make it as tough for the cook, light as a feather. And for the nobleman, I'd...
Alright, guys. We're gonna wrap up this quest right here for this. I will see you guys in the next video, people.
Congratulations are in order.
That's how we do that. As always, it's your boy Ghost. Always a pleasure, people. Until the next one.
The spirit
Later.
of Dalamil had